whenever he's ready. I know that we threw him for a loop in the last hour. I don't know. Is he back?
He did stop the music, so he's here. Just give him a
GNT
moment.
show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised. These are the voyages of the GNT show. Our continuing mission to explore Star Trek storytelling, to seek out new worlds and interesting characters, to boldly go where no show has gone before. Live long and prosper, bitches. Our annual fundraiser marathon. Welcome to 24 Hours of GNT 2016. Hour 4, hitting our groove.
And thank you, Katie. And we're back here in the beautiful Nanbako Theater in South Branson. And now this hour, wearing a scant specially made just for her, it's Terry Lynn.
Hello, everyone. I am currently drinking my, I know it's going to sound gross to some people, but I'm loving it. It's a Clementine Izzy and Clementine vodka in my Wesley Crusher glass. I put a picture in the chat room already. Ooh, look at how shiny that is. Nice.
That's very cool.
Mark Pullman and I
Ooh.
have the same keyboard.
And I like
Almost.
that. Great picture on the screen.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
Your face. And starting the fourth hour, our good friends.
We're grooving. We're grooving.
We're grooving.
Mike, where are we at with our tally?
Yeah. At 300 and something. 346, I think you said. Oh.
It's so silly.
Last hour we were at 342. This hour we're starting off at 371.
Nice.
Hot damn!
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
I don't have to
thank you.
drink, do I?
No,
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Bye, Micah.
Hey.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out prizes for this hour, so vamp for a minute.
Okay. Well, let's welcome our two guests.
Hey.
Both New York Times bestselling authors. One's the beauty, one's the talent, and one is Dayton. Ladies and gentlemen, Dayton Ward Kevin Dilmore.
Yay.
Welcome.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dayton Ward Kevin Dilmore.
Yay.
I don't have to
Is that-
answer. You
is that my
took
cue
the
to
wind
talk?
out of my whole sail. It's up to Kevin. I'm just the guy. so, fuck it. I'm out. Go. Live long and prosper, motherfucker.
And the GNT show is now officially underway.
Thank you.
Oh, God, you guys, it's so great to have you back.
Yes,
Yay.
thank you.
How is New York? We haven't really had a chance. I mean, outside of Dayton doing his Ask Dayton's, but we haven't had a chance. How did New York go, Mr. Kevin?
That's good. He's doing his Helen Keller impression right now.
If you guys could hear what I hear, it would. It's kind of like what Hunter Thompson must be like on acid. So I'm not quite sure what's happening, but I'm getting. It's like everything's through this 8-bit tingle, which actually is the name of my new band, 8-bit tingle.
Nice.
I love it.
It's the voice of the angels, dear.
Okay, I think I have our prizes for this hour.
Mike comes out of nowhere.
Mike, I was going to say.
Saving the world like he does.
One prize at a time.
Okay, so for this hour, we are going to be giving away Dayton's Vulcan Travel Guide, autographed
Nice.
by Dayton. Also, to go with the vodka that I'm sure all of us are drinking by now, we're going to also include the shot glasses. This is the TOS Fine Art shot glasses. And I'm going to throw in the TNG soundtrack CD, Volume 2.
Very nice.
That's a great.
Well played, Steve.
So, and
Dayton, Kevin, how
we
you
should
guys
also
doing?
I'm sorry. Real quick, we should also remind everyone that the grand prize is the custom art portrait from J.K. Woodward. He will Trekify you. So essentially, you'll send us a photo of yourself and your favorite Trek species, and he will create a full-color, large portrait of you as your favorite Star Trek species. So that is to our grand prize now.
Looks like Elvis is here.
Maybe
Okay.
he is.
And I know that Kevin's having a little bit of trouble hearing us. I guess he's getting some crazy feedback and maybe some digital oddities. So
No, that's just the show.
oh, well, a little bit. And I don't know, somebody's heavy breathing too. So
Dayton.
No, I save that for special occasions.
Nice.
Okay.
Which
well,
makes me feel so much more special.
hey, we got in there. So yay. Well,
yeah.
again,
Kevin, can you hear me now?
I am not doing this for an hour.
I'll try to do the best I can to. I'll do the best I can to make out stuff as I go along.
All right. Well, one of the plans for this hour was the newly Trek game for you guys.
Yes.
So we are we ready to play, or do you want to talk for a minute before we begin?
I don't know.
Wow.
I was just
Why
told
does
to
it
be here
feel
at
like
2 o'clock?
Why does it feel like it's 3:21 in the morning right now?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
3:21 somewhere.
I guess if Kevin's having audio difficulties, I don't know if it'll work, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm game.
Well, I mean, I can hear when one. I mean, can you hear me? Can all of you
Yes.
hear me when
You're
I talk
very
right
clear.
now?
You're
Yes.
very
you're
clear.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, I think that I do better when if several people are talking over each other, then it digitizes in my headphones. But if one person goes at a time, I'll be fine.
Wow,
Okay.
you're in trouble. This show is nothing but people talking over each other.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, I mean, when we answer the questions and that kind of stuff is all.
True.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I'm glad to
I'm
have you
game
guys
for
here.
whatever.
I'm very glad to have you guys here. So, who wants to go first? Dayton
You
or
want to
Kevin?
talk, Mikey? We talk.
Well, before we
I
get
don't
to the
care.
game, let's ask them this. What
Okay.
what shows out of the new season, what television shows from the new season have grabbed you guys and you're really enjoying?
I don't enjoy anything, but no, I'm kidding. For me, so far, it's Designated Survivor is probably my favorite of the new year, of the new shows. I've tried a couple other ones and they haven't stuck with me for one reason or another, but that one I keep coming back to. So
Cool.
Kevin,
Right on.
he watches
And
more.
that's
He
one-
watches more than
Designated
he's
Survivors-
more open-minded than I am. So
Well, I don't know about that, but I have not seen too many pilots this season quite yet. The stuff that I've been watching has been follow-up seasons. I was happy with season 3 of *Halt and Catch Fire*. I was happy with season 2 of *Mr. Robot*. Actually, the show that I'm watching that's brand new this season that I like the best of anything is *Better Things* on FX. It's produced by Louis C.K. I forget the name of the woman who is the lead, but it's if you watch Louis and like Louis, then you'd probably like *Better Things*.
I've really been enjoying.
Go
ahead.
And Westworld. I do like Westworld.
See, I don't have HBO.
I do like Westworld as well. I'm not very familiar with the initial the film from way back when, so this is all new, and the concept, the world that they built and they showed off in that pilot was just amazing. It blew my mind, and I've been watching it ever since. So
I've been really enjoying The Exorcist. It's been a really fun show.
that's cool. I've heard good things. Oh,
And
yeah,
I've
and
heard really good things about that.
I've
one.
heard good things about them. I also like the Lethal Weapon redo.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, The
Um,
Exorcist had about four or 5 weeks where lots of setup and Gina Davis, he's a good actor, and Alan Ruck is in it and all of that, and a lot. And then last week, just before the World Series started, because they were like, we'll be back in 2 weeks. The big payoff to kind of the end of that first half, where it's revealed that Gina Davis is Reagan from the original movie, and now it's her daughter who's possessed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was kind of a real, and they did. I was telling Terry last week, they did a really nice kind of shot of somebody showing up and getting out of the car, and there's that beam of light at the bottom of the stairs, kind of like the poster. And while she was telling her story, and then it turns out it's Tyne Daly, who's her mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was when the Lethal Weapon started, it was just sort of your usual buddy cop sort of thing, the usual tropes they rolled out, and I was sort of on the fence about it. And then this last episode that came out a week or so ago, they had a new episode, and that finally turned the corner for me. They finally figured out what to do with these characters that's unique to their format, the TV format.
Is it a prequel? Is it just
it's a total reboot. It's a total
okay.
reimagining of the basic premise. But I mean, it's still Riggs and Murtaugh, but their backstories are different. And they finally hooked me in with the difference in the the retooling of the characters. Same basic setup, but they've now made the premise their own instead of just being a redo of the movies or something.
Well, that's cool.
Now I'm more into it. So
because I always liked Damon Wayans.
I liked him, and I was kind of intrigued by the pilot because Shane Black wrote it, and he's the guy that created the original film. And so I was taking notice just more of that, and then I think he just sort of kickstarted him and got him going, kind of like the way Joss Whedon got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. going. And like I said, I was sort of on the fence, and I was ready to sort of say, well, I'll just catch it later. And then they finally hooked me in with the last episode, where I'm like, okay, now I want to see what happens next.
Well, I'll give it a try because Shane Black wrote and directed my favorite movie of the year so far, was The Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. So,
Right on.
so yeah. But I mean, other than that, I'm still keeping track of. I mean, I only liked one show that came out last year, and I'm still sticking with it. Blind Spot was the one that stood out for me last year, and I'm sticking with it this year. And then that's
a good series.
I don't do much. What's that?
I'm also watching Atlanta. And that's on I can't remember now I think that's on FX too. But Atlanta stars Donald Glover, who just got cast as Lando Calrissian for the new Han Solo movie.
I am so excited about that.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great casting.
I loved him on Community.
Yeah, he was hilarious there.
Yeah, he was also in The Martian. He's the guy that in The Martian that in the movie version that figures out how to get the ship back to Mars and pick up Watney.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Yep.
I didn't even realize that.
yeah. So yeah. He's Rick Purnell is his character's name in the movie. So
Right on.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Nick and his cat. Nick's stroking something in the picture there. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, she just jumped up on my lap. That's Mochi.
Rice
Oh,
papered
you can
ice
see my
cream.
piggy bank. See my army piggy bank in the background there.
Oh yeah. What?
My
So
my
crazy.
daughter got me that for my birthday.
Is that a dildo back there on the shelf? What is that?
No, sicko.
No, but there's
Now
one in
people are
the
going to
chair.
look for it all day. See?
Sorry, I keep
Oh,
muting my
bye.
mic. I just want to make sure that I don't talk over anybody if I don't have to. I am glad to have you back, though. You guys had a game set up. Do you think you can work that out there, Nick?
Yep. We'll need to send.
I'm doing match game. They're doing newly truck game.
Yeah. So we will need to.
Yeah, it's not match game.
No, that's later. That's Nick's thing. So let's see. Who wants to go first, Kevin or Dayton? Okay.
Makes no difference to me. I'm used to
I
going
don't
second,
care.
so
Well, wait a minute.
might as well
Who's
stick
bachelor
with
number?
with the
Who's
billing.
bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, and bachelor number 3?
Not newlywed
That's
game.
not new.
That's the
game.
dating
Oh, yeah, you're
game,
right.
man.
That's the dating game.
Okay,
You
so
need to get your
we'll-
70s game shows thing straightened out
Nick,
there.
have you ever seen a game show?
You know what? I have been ODing on match game for my Star Trek match game.
If you start yelling no, I'm hanging up.
Ooh.
Wow.
Kevin?
Wow.
Are you still there?
I think he just got sucked
think
into
he's
hell.
living
Being assimilated
I'm
by
still
the
here.
board.
I just figured if Nick was going to mash up all our game shows.
No, but
No, but I mean, it sounded like you were being pulled into a portal of hell or something.
Yeah.
Cthulhu got him. But glad that you're still here. Okay,
Terry,
so what,
did you watch that match game video I posted earlier?
No.
so
No.
For some
Okay.
reason, it actually
No,
wouldn't
and
play
I'm not
for
going
me.
to
It said
either.
that the user who posted it had disabled it from viewing on other websites.
What?
So if people linked to it, you couldn't see the thing play on another website that wasn't Facebook.
That's weird.
Or
No,
Somebody
it's
selects
YouTube.
that option? How
Yeah,
dumb.
the reason why is because they're probably ad supported, and they don't get the ad support unless they're funneled directly to their site. So you have
Yeah,
to
that's true.
go to their original site and then click and then get the click rate on it. So yeah,
Damn capitalism.
bastards. Gah!
Next thing you know, they're gonna want to own their own. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't go there.
Means of production.
There you go.
So what we'll do is we'll send Dayton off to the green room, to the cone of silence.
The cone of silence, Chief.
So
You-
we'll,
That
you-
was
we'll
really
you
next
want me to
metaphors.
go and keep him company?
yes,
Yeah, go
please,
ahead.
son.
Okay.
Thank you, son.
And we once he's in the cone of silence, we will ask Kevin a few questions about Dayton.
I'm gonna eat some candy corn while we're doing this. If that's okay.
What kind of candy corn?
Brock's Classic.
Okay.
It's made with real honey.
But I had some of these Brocks that tasted like breakfast, and they were pretty awful.
Oh, really?
Ew.
These are good
Like
old-fashioned candy
maple
corn.
flavor or something.
Ew.
Yeah, they were horrible.
All
Well,
right.
now we
But I
know
also
who
had
was heavy
pumpkin spice
breathing
Twinkies,
because
and
it
they
was
were pretty
Dayton.
good.
It was either Dayton or Son. So whoever's in,
Maybe they're heavy breathing at each other.
I think you're. Ooh.
Oh my. Oh
that,
my.
that adds a whole new dimension to the newly track game.
All right. So let us.
So, and I am actually hearing a lot better. I think what was happening was that when there were 7 or 8 users that were all had their mics open at once, I guess maybe I just don't have enough RAM devoted to the program or something. I don't know, but I guess I'm doing okay now.
Kevin, you're all man. You have enough RAM.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm a
No,
couple of
it
those
was
wives that might
Dayton's open
disagree.
mic. It was Dayton's open mic. He was all heavy breathing and taking up the room. Everybody else was on mute. So we'll just have to deal with it.
All right. So Kevin, our first question about Dayton is name something on
Yes.
Dayton's writer's bucket list. Name something on Dayton's writer's bucket list.
A $6 Million Man novel. I know for a fact that he would want to write one of those. That's something that we've had a couple of projects that we wanted to do together, but no, I think $6 Million Man tie-in would absolutely be my first guess.
Okay. What Star Trek character does Dayton absolutely hate or dislike writing for?
Ooh, like a regular?
I
Gosh,
guess
I don't know.
it doesn't
Who
matter.
he absolutely hates writing for.
Yes.
Well, I know that he has said since we did our very first when we did Foundations, and one of the Foundations novellas was a sequel to Return of the Archons, and I know he absolutely hates that episode, which I kind of like.
What?
that
I
episode,
love
but
that
he hates it.
episode.
But as far as yeah, he is not a fan.
He's not his body.
But I don't remember. He's definitely not of the body. Gosh, that's a great question. I've never heard him say that he dislikes writing for any of the characters, but if I was gonna guess, I don't know that he especially likes writing for anybody from Voyager.
Okay.
That's my.
That's your
I mean, that's
kind
the
of
best
all
I-
right.
that's the best I can
We'll
do.
work with it.
Okay. So if he says anyone from Voyager,
We'll take it.
we'll take it. Okay, so
So if he says anyone from Voyager, I get like 1/7 of a point.
Approximately. We're
that's
going
fair.
to several decimal places for this.
Let's see. How many Star Trek T-shirts does Dayton own?
Not as many as you'd think. I'm guessing. Let's see. He's got a Captain Proton shirt. I'm gonna say 6. I know he's got a Captain Proton shirt. I think he's got a Trek Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself shirt. I can't remember if I got him the Cosplay's a Logical shirt. I think he's got the Captain's Table with the Orion girl and the martini glass, and I think he's got at least one shirt from back in the Experience days. So I'll just say 6.
Okay, and the newly Trek game, it wouldn't be such without a whoopee question. So
Nice.
3.
in what
That's
room?
either inches or testicles, right?
Oh God.
In what room? Oh my goodness.
What did you
Okay.
think? What did you think you were getting into here?
That's awesome.
Loves it.
That's what she said.
In what room aboard a starship would Dayton most like to make whoopee in?
The Jeffries tube.
Of course it is.
All right.
Because
You mean
who
that same
wouldn't?
place where somebody blew Picard's flute?
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I'm
right.
disgusted by you all.
Thank you.
I find
No,
it hideous that you
that's
would talk
tube
like this.
with a T. Although he might use Jeffries lube, which can be found at all good star bases.
They sell those on the Spencers on every starbase.
No, that's another one I'm putting into the adult bookstore license that I want to open up.
Right
The
on.
Jeffries lube.
G&T
Yeah,
show
with-
brought to you
along with-
by Jeffrey's Lube.
Jeffries lube. I want 1/7 of the profits from Jeffries.
You got
lube.
it.
You're
Right
on a
on.
1/7 Kip.
Okay, so thank you, Kevin. I have
bring him
more
back.
questions, but it's time to bring Dayton back.
On what?
Hi, Dayton.
That's perfectly fine.
We have some questions for you,
Well, that
and we
was
have
fast.
some answers.
That was fast.
So the first question.
You two really are lovers.
Well, I'm fast. I'm pretty fast. I don't last long.
That's what she said.
Wah, wah.
They
Which
may
one
have
of you is
medication
the
for
she
that,
then?
honey.
Okay.
It is Dayton's breathing.
I told you.
All right. So the first question that we have for you, Dayton, is name something on your writer's bucket list.
A comic miniseries or comic book, a regular comic gig, I guess.
Okay, so Steve stepped away, so we do not have a buzzer, but that's incorrect.
Okay.
Kevin
That's
said,
correct
That
for
is not
me.
what you want to write.
You asked me what was on my bucket list. It's right there. I'm looking
True.
right at it. It says comic book on it.
It's not
I
a
went
match.
more specific.
yeah, Kevin said $6 Million Man novel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's there too.
Oh, all right.
All right, next question. What Star Trek character do you absolutely hate or dislike writing for?
Absolutely hate or dislike.
We'll even go so far as to say it doesn't have to be hate or dislike. It's just that you're not.
No.
I couldn't care. I don't know. I don't. I'm trying to think of somebody that I've said I can't stand writing. I don't know Wesley. I can't stand writing for Wesley.
Oh.
This would be another buzzer.
Eh.
He couldn't think. Oh, thank you.
There we go.
He couldn't think of one, but he ended up saying anyone from Voyager.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I said you probably don't.
What'd you say?
I said
Yeah.
you don't especially like writing anybody from Voyager.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I hate Voyager.
All right, and the next question. How many Star Trek T-shirts do you own, Dayton?
Hang on a second. Carry the one. 17.
Is it really?
Oh, come on.
Wow, that's another incorrect answer. No buzzer? Where's? Oh, there it is.
Wow.
I
Thank you.
could think of 6.
Well, you know what though? If the man knows the contents of my
'Cause
closet,
I
I'm gonna be worried.
This is why I said you guys are really, really, yeah.
Well, what for all the times I've had to hide in it.
Oh,
No, wait, did that come out?
Hmm.
I'm teasing. No, here's what I thought. Was Captain Proton, Trek Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. I think you have that Captain's with the Orion Girl and the Martini Glass, and I just said maybe one from the experience and just went with 6.
I think I bought 3 just at the Vegas con. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know how many
Were
I
they
have,
all
but it's more than
specifically
6.
Star Trek? Maybe they were. I know you did buy 3.
I
they're
bought
so
3 or 4.
married.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember. I mean, I've got a bunch of them. Some of them I've not even ever worn. I just wanted them because they were cool.
Do you have Star Trek or Star Wars sheets?
I do not. No.
Did you when you were a kid?
I think I had Star Wars sheets when I was a kid. Yeah.
We all had those Star Wars sheets, I think.
Those nasty pale blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the final question that we asked Kevin about you is: name a room aboard a starship that you would like to make Whoopi in.
Didn't I answer this for Ask Dayton once?
I don't think so.
And of course, I'm trying to channel Kevin because where would he want to go, that perv? We'll call. I don't know. We'll say the holodeck. That's an easy one.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, what did you?
Oh!
So what did Kevin have?
Kevin
Jeffrey's tube.
said Jeffrey's tube.
The Jeffrey's tube. like you could get in a Jeffrey's tube.
Oh.
Like the back seat of a Volkswagen.
I'm trying to remember the answers for Ask Dayton. I think we had stuff
I
like
don't
sick
have as
bay.
much to.
We had like sick bay, like so we could mess with the
Yeah,
medical
I don't have as
monitors.
much to back in and out, so Jeffrey's tube works for me.
Good lord.
Wow.
I think you're misinterpreting what the Jeffrey's tube is for, bro. But anyway,
Oh God.
This
Wow,
explains the dildo comment.
this is the kind of conversation we're supposed to be having 12 hours
Don't go
from
into
now.
a Jeffrey's
I know.
tube. But like I explained to
that?
Terry, don't go into Jeffrey's tube without your Jeffrey's lube. Now available at all fine star bases.
Yay, Jeffrey's lube.
Right on, right on.
Son,
Dad joke clap.
son, please take Kevin to the green room.
A
Yes.
licensed subsidiary of Quark Enterprises.
All right, Dayton. I guess it's time for revenge against Kevin, huh? Let's see. Real or not, what Star Trek product or collectible does Kevin want the most?
I don't even have a clue. I'll say a tricorder.
You
A
know,
real one.
Mike, I'm listening to these questions. You know they're not really gay.
They're hetero.
Not even a little bit.
Life mates.
Yeah.
I just.
They're
figured
hetero life,
They
mate.
We don't,
would
we don't
know.
actually live in the same house or anything. You know that, right?
And they're
We
not like
actually do live
Oscar
in
and
separate
Felix.
homes. Yeah. We don't actually share an apartment or anything. You know that, right?
Kevin showed up. He too had been kicked out. He asked by his wife that he never returned.
Well, in my defense, I did ask for help, guys. I'm just saying.
No, I'm enjoying this, but I'm starting to feel kind of uncomfortable.
Just let it flow. You'll be fine.
All right. Let's see. What was the first Star Trek related gift Kevin gave you?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
Oh,
God damn.
if he remembers and you couldn't remember, it's gonna be a scratch fest.
Divorce court, right there.
By the way, while Dayton's thinking of this, did you know there's a new show on called Paternity Court?
Oh God.
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, we've passed more shit back and forth to each other over the years. I cannot honestly remember what the first one was. Shit, I have no idea.
Jeffrey's
I can't remember what the first one is. Now, if you said something like, "What's the coolest one?" I could probably narrow it down. But the first one,
We can change the.
I
We
don't
can
know. It
change
has to
it. Say
probably
the
be a
coolest.
book or something.
Say the coolest. We'll change it.
All right, the coolest thing. The coolest thing he's ever given me is the phaser, the remote control phaser. The TV remote, the universal remote.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's great.
No, that's no, it's the fancy one, the one that came out a couple years ago.
Right on.
The crazy high dollar one.
I so might change it to coolest.
I did change it.
Okay.
All right. So, what story have you two collaborated on that does Kevin like the most?
Well, that is a good one.
That is a good one. That's a pretty good. The one that he likes the most. Well, shit. Now I got to look at the shelf. Well,
Pardon us,
I mean,
so much I don't remember what I wrote.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to remember which one speaks to him more. I'm gonna say, fuck, I have no clue. Maybe Summon the Thunder. That was our first real.
I gotta tell you, I thought that's
That
the
makes
first
me
one
very
I thought
happy.
of. That was really what I
Well,
felt.
but I mean, that was a big stepping stone for us as far as working at Pocket. So yeah, I'll go with Summon the Thunder.
All right. And final question, which is the Whoopi question for the set. When Kevin makes Whoopi, he makes his partner call him Captain Blank.
Wow.
Captain Jeffrey's tube.
I feel
Wow. Captain Chaos. We're gonna go with
I feel
Captain
dirty.
Chaos. I do
Captain
too. I'm gonna go take a
Planet.
shower right now.
Captain Caveman.
No, Captain Chaos.
Captain
Captain
Chaos.
Baylock.
All right. Baylock or Chaos?
Chaos.
Chaos. Okay, just making
The
sure.
Cannonball Run. Chaos.
All right, cool.
Tom DeLuise.
See, I knew Nick would get it. Oh my God, these are horrible questions. I'm gonna have to go take a sandpaper shower.
Sorry. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Kevin back in.
We've got to get you a hobby, dude.
I know, right?
Okay, so I just messaged Sun. She'll be bringing him back in a moment.
Wow.
Hello
There's
again.
not enough bleach in the world.
Oh,
Hey, we-
already?
Hey, we
That's
can't
even
be
better.
friends after this interview, just so you know.
Oh no!
I'm ready.
Oh boy. Okay, so first question is: real or not? What Star Trek product or collectible does Kevin want the most?
Real or not, which one do I want most? Okay, well, if I'm trying to channel. I have a unhealthy coveting for his Franklin Mint City on the Edge of Forever diorama.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn it, he's right. That's an awesome answer.
Dayton said tricorder.
Well, that's a good number two.
And that answer
Okay.
is number 2.
I was gonna say that answer's full of number 2 there. That's all right. Thank you.
Next question.
I figured good number two was why we were slow getting back from the top of the hour break. Nick, you need more fiber.
No, I actually took something so I wouldn't go during this time frame.
Sorry, gentlemen. That was me.
Brought to you by Zephram Cochlearum's anal dilators.
Oh my gosh.
Who's the one doing the shots here?
Wow.
I'm totally sober, just for the record.
Developed and licensed by Quark Industries.
Thank you, Ross.
Call Ben
It's
Sitters.
Ross Pardo.
Call Think Geek.
It's
Oh,
Ross
boy.
Pardo.
Okay, so
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
the second question that we asked Dayton about you, Kevin, is what was the coolest Star Trek related gift Kevin gave you?
The coolest Star Trek gift
That you
that
gave Dayton.
he ever gave me, or that I ever
That
gave
Dayton.
him.
or
Oh,
you
well,
ever-
here's the thing. For a long time, we had a rule that we didn't give each other Star Trek gifts. It was always something different. Unless I'm forgetting something, that the TV remote control phaser a couple years ago.
Yeah!
I think you liked that.
The correct answer. First
Thank
one.
God.
Thank God we got one right.
The first one.
Yeah. Okay, so next question.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
What story that you two have collaborated on does Kevin like the most? Which story did you and Dayton work on together that you like the most?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know that I I think I've said this a couple times before, but for whatever reason, one of my favorites is still the short story we did in the Constellations anthology. It was just that
Aw.
was something we really wanted to be part of. Was the 40th anniversary, and I think that was it. Was that? Am I close?
That was a good answer, but
You call that a sound effect?
Dayton had said, "Summon the thunder."
Oh yeah, that was absolutely. That's for a novel, absolutely.
What the fuck was that?
What?
That
was
was
thunder?
summoning the thunder.
That was
me.
thunder.
I had tacos for lunch.
Ooh.
Okay, and the last question, which is the whoopee
Who
question.
ordered the tuna salad?
Going
Okay.
all shredder on us, Nick?
Thank you.
All right, so final question. Kevin, when you make whoopee, you make your partner call you Captain Blank.
Partner?
As in not Dayton.
All right, so, or what do you call yourself? Whatever, we don't care. Don't be so suburban.
I usually just say I Poppy until the neighbors pound on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Is that
We'll
actually
take
the
it.
correct answer?
No.
No.
No, but okay, so Captain Blank?
Yes.
Captain Blank? Captain Dunsel.
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been good.
God damn it,
Dayton's,
why didn't I think of that?
Dayton's response was Captain Chaos.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Oh.
Captain
That's
Chaos!
pretty, you know what? That's actually a much better answer.
I don't know. I like Captain Dunsel. I thought that was brilliant.
Captain
I
USA.
thought that was brilliant. Yeah,
Oh man,
Captain
that
Dunsel.
is-
That's
yeah,
that's it, man. That's your CB
That's your
handle
porn
from
name
now on.
now.
Hey, I'm just going by what I've been told.
I don't even know what
I'm
that
just
means.
here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, right?
All right, so now while we all use sanitary wipes to clean ourselves of this nastiness.
Thank you so much for playing.
I'm using scotch.
Oh,
There you go.
Captain. Oh, Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
So I guess this means Kevin wins because he got a right answer?
Yes.
Kevin wins.
Kevin
He got it
wins.
right. He got an
Kevin
answer right.
He gets a lifetime. He gets a lifetime supply of rice-a-roni.
Or is it Dayton wins because he chose the right answer that Kevin gave?
No.
No.
He wins an
It's
ottoman.
actually,
I
it's a
think-
lifetime
yeah,
supply
I
of
think-
Jeffrey's
yeah,
lube.
Dayton.
It's a lifetime supplies of Jum sticks.
But
True.
but the way it's played, I think Dayton gets the point because he predicted the answer that I gave.
That is true. That is true. So congratulations. It was fun and interesting, and
It was
at the same-
awkward and
It was
and
awkward,
horrifying.
uncomfortable, and embarrassing, and we'll never speak of it again.
isn't that the
At least
point
until
of
next
the
year.
newly Trek game though? I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, yeah, I guess, but I mean, hopefully this will now put to rest the rumors that we're actually secretly married. You know,
Hey, Mike, you
Yes?
know, next year we can do it with Terry and Paula.
We're only common law spouses.
I think next
You
year
have
we
to
do
live
it with
together at
Terry and
least 7
Paula.
years.
Terry and Paula would be a blast.
oh my God, that would be funny. That would be
Yeah.
for the ages.
Yeah, let's do it.
It was part of the plan for this year, but they couldn't make it. They had
Yeah.
other engagements. So, but we are thinking of you, Terry and Paula. I don't know if you're listening, but
And
you are in
speaking
our
of
thoughts.
which, Mike, please tell
Yes.
people about the interview you've managed to secure for us coming up.
Oh, I just reached out and they said okay, and we are getting
Be excited.
Michael and Denise Okuda.
You could have gotten them to do the newly Trek game.
Yeah.
we can.
Well, we can when they're on.
Yep.
Just don't ask them about the what they call you each other. You know, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Let's try to have a little decorum here.
Yeah.
Well,
but
we
they
are.
would be the people to ask for like what room on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
I mean, they
True.
know that ship inside and out.
Yeah, that's true. But you
Because
guys,
they've already done it in every room.
You guys are such good
Is
friends
that
of the show.
is that USS A, B, C, D, or
Or we could do it with Dave Mack and his bottle of scotch.
I just figured you guys are such good friends of the show. You guys would not mind if we
wouldn't sue us.
went silly.
Nah.
So thank you again. It's been fun.
It's been enlightening. I know.
It's been frightening.
So tell me, you guys, now that we have, and we actually get to talk to you briefly
Fast
about.
as lightning.
We get to talk to you briefly about what books are coming out. What are you guys working on?
Well, together right now, we're not working on anything. We've got the
All right,
comic book
thanks for
coming out.
coming. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks. We'll see you.
Hi. No,
The-
it doesn't
okay,
matter.
the
It
gold-
doesn't need to be
when-
Trek. It doesn't need
What's
to
the
be
deal with
together.
Gold Key comic book?
That's
Yeah.
coming out later in November. I think it comes out
we have something coming up.
We do.
Well, yeah,
I-
the comic.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what we're talking
saying.
about.
Yeah, comes out at right before Thanksgiving. I think it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. It's the second issue of the Waypoint series, and it will contain our first ever comic story. It's a
That's
Gold
awesome.
Key homage. So if you like the Gold Key comics from the 60s and 70s, hopefully you'll like this. And if you hate the Gold Key comics, too bad. Wait 2 months for the next issue then. So no, it was a lot of fun. Everybody got into it.
It's only
Everybody-
10 pages you can get through.
Yeah, you can gut through. But it's everybody had fun with it. I mean, it seemed like just as we thought we couldn't get any more outrageous with the idea, somebody piled on with something else. So everybody got into it. The artist Gordon Purcell got into it. The guy who was doing the coloring made sure that the colors evoked the old Go Key pages from the day. I mean, even the borders around the panels are off colored like bad newsprint. I mean, it's
That's awesome.
I hope they tease some art here in the next couple of weeks so that we can talk about it.
Right on.
By the
then,
way, who did the art?
The art, the drawing was done by Gordon Purcell, and he's done a lot of Star Trek stuff over the years and done some other things too. He did Star Trek for DC and Malibu Comics when they had the DS9 license back in the 90s. So his style is very evocative of the old Gold Key style. I mean, big ear Spock and flaming warp nacelles, and everybody's wearing backpacks when they beam down. It looks just enough off that you're going to scratch your head. If you open this thing and you've never seen a Gold Key comic, you're going to wonder what the hell we were smoking. So mission accomplished.
Sweet.
Yeah, but if you open it exactly, but if you have seen the Gold Key comic, it should register right away what's happening and hopefully be a lot of fun.
We have Terry, Mike, because you have you have the disc with all the comics on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got those
As
all
do
on
I.
digital.
Yeah, and then I mean, he even duplicated a couple of poses that are used. It seems like it's used in almost every issue of the comic. There's a pose where Kirk is looking at somebody and he's got his hand up and he's sort of like pointing at the air. It's this really ridiculous pose of his, and Gordon duplicated it. And I damn near laughed out loud and wet myself when I saw the panel art for that one piece, because it was dead on right out of the comic book, the old Gold Key stuff. So yeah, the editor Sarah Gatos, she totally went all in on this idea, and it was just always and we can do this and we can do that. So it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished actual book.
Very cool.
So
And then I don't think we're
excited.
working on anything else. We don't have anything that we're working on together right now. I mean, something will probably show up sooner or later. But
Why not Pocket? Why not Pocket?
yeah,
why
well, I
not?
mean, Kevin can speak to why he's busy. He's got a bunch of stuff doing on his day
Oh
job.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of
Well,
of stuff.
Yeah, I've had a couple of things come out through Hallmark just lately, but and you can find those on the Hallmark.com website. But no, we certainly still kick around ideas. It's more a function of availability and just slots being available for someone. But I'm sure it'll be sooner rather than later that we figure out what the next one's going to be.
I was gonna say, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about the video log that you do with Christine at Hallmark? The video log.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
If you go to YouTube and check out the Hallmark and Community channel on YouTube, and then look under playlists. You'll see Pop Minded, and that is Pop Minded's a branding initiative that we've been doing with Hallmark for the last 6 or 7 months, and we have taken that to the YouTube channel with little 5-6 minute vignettes every week. With this week, we actually followed Maxine around New York Comic Con, which I thought was pretty entertaining because I think she's funnier than I am. And this coming week, as a preview, on Thursday we're doing Pop Culture President. We interviewed a whole bunch of people at New York Comic Con and asked them who they would vote for Pop Culture President, and some of the responses were pretty funny. But it's just a matter of, we're talking about the kind of stuff we like and the way that stuff brings us all together. It's kind of got a Hallmark twist to it. But yeah, Pop Minded. And if you can't track it down on YouTube, I usually link every episode to my Facebook page. You could find it there on Thursdays. A new one every Thursday.
Very cool.
The current book that you guys have written, the most recent, is part of the Legacy series, correct? Purgatory Ski?
Yep, that's our latest one. It came out back in end of August. It was a September book, yeah, and it's doing well. It's apparently it's available in mass market paperback and digital ebook and also audiobook. Yay!
Yay, audiobook.
And
Yeah.
Kevin, I told Dayton when we had him on right after that came out, I would love to see you guys write a Sarek book because you guys nailed Sarek.
Oh well, thank you. That's a lot. That's and that's Kevin. Give props to
thanks.
Kevin on that. A lot of those scenes that you like are his.
I would love to see a Sarek novel just because he's such an interesting character. And I really liked Amanda.
Well, he's fun to write because, I mean, when we were writing him in the book, I think the tone, at least that that I kind of had in my mind, was that he has a lot of qualities of Spock, and we certainly want him to be a Vulcan. But he's older, he's seen a lot more, and even though he has the veneer of the quintessential Vulcan stoicism and culture, he's kind of run out of fucks to give.
Yeah.
That's a perfect way of phrasing it. That's great.
And that was one thing I felt kind of. Mark Leonard is so ingrained in my head as Sarek, so much more, believe it or not, so much more than Shatner as Kirk, that in 2009 I just never saw that other guy as Sarek.
Ben Cross is his name.
Yeah, and I feel bad because he didn't do a bad job at all.
No, I think a lot of those folks, they got big shoes
I like
to
Ben
fill.
Cross.
Yeah, I like Ben Cross. He's a great actor. I just think that
yeah,
Mark Leonard's left some big shoes.
Yeah.
And he so much of Sarek's portrayal.
There
is
was
Mark Leonard,
I think there was such a dignity to the way Mark Leonard played him, as well as the Romulan commander, that it's hard, I think, for anybody to overcome that.
Yeah, he
maybe
brings a definite
Mel Gibson could.
Ben Cross is the Sarek. Ben Cross is the Sarek we get when you've spent a lot more years married to Winona Ryder and not Jane Wyatt, I guess.
Wow. When Ricky Nelson would be their other son, Cybok.
But I like apparently the audiobooks for Legacy did so well that Simon & Schuster has now decided they're going to offer more Star Trek audiobooks.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's awesome.
They had to. I guess somebody had to see the numbers, because it's like there was a while there where audiobooks weren't doing well at all, and then Star Trek, within that niche was not doing well, so they gave it up. And but apparently somebody decided for the 50th it would be fun to do for Legacies, so we got it. And then the sales were strong enough that the John Jackson Miller trilogy is getting the audio treatment, and then now they're just trying regular standalone novels for next year. Some of those are getting audiobooks, like the next gen book that I've got coming out in January will have an audio.
Oh,
version.
sweet!
So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what.
Oh, that's
has
cool.
changed.
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, I found out about it just the other day. Like, StarTrek.com dropped the cover, and so I'm looking at the article that goes with it, and it says at the bottom, will be released in mass market, digital, ebook, and audio. And I even wrote back to my editor, "Is that right? Did they just crib this from another article? Is this correct?" And he said, "Nope, it's for real. They're going to try. I don't know how many they're going to try. Obviously, sales will drive how far into this they go, but they're at least willing to give it a shot.
That's
You think it's
awesome.
because more people now are listening to them,
I
they're
think so.
downloading them on their
Well,
iPods and such?
I mean, you can be unabridged now because you don't have to worry about physical media as much, and they're not they're not gonna the chances of them getting like an actual Star Trek actor to come in and do that. That was a big part of what made these things so difficult to do, is because those folks commanded
Hmm.
larger fees. But
Yeah.
they bring in somebody now, a trained voice actor that can do this stuff, like the guy that did Legacies, Robert Petkoff. I imagine his fee is not like Shatner, So I'm just going to guess and throw that out there. And I thought he did a fantastic job with Legacies, all 3
Do
books.
you remember when we were kids, there was this thing? Okay, it was like a box that looked like a TV, but it had a record player on the top, and you would put a film strip in, and the record would play, and the film strip would move up so the picture would change. It was like a book.
Oh yeah, that in school we got those. It was Scholastic put out those.
Well, I also
Um,
had them at home because I
did you
remember
really?
I had a Star Trek one.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
I
would.
had one.
Oh, those were cool. They were also
Yeah.
built to
I
with
don't.
like
Well, now Nick,
un.
you may be
I remember the film strip projector in school that looked
you
like
might
a
be
giant
crossing those
hammer.
up.
Yeah, they were made out of steel.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
looked like
Yeah.
a giant anvil or something.
No, it
Yeah.
looked like
Yeah.
it looked like a where no man has gone before ray gun.
Yeah, or actually,
Yeah.
if you think about it now, it looked like Slave One.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
But yeah, okay, so we're all talking about the same weird.
No,
piece of-
but I'm
yeah.
talking
But I
about
think what
I know
it
what
was a
I know what
record
Nick's talking
player.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. But I don't think that Star Trek. That's where I'm confused. Star Trek had a give a show projector that was a Kenner strip. They actually had 2 of them, and and you could slide it kind of left to right, and it just looked like a glorified flashlight on a base that shined on the wall. Now that record player at the top with it would you'd feed the film strip down, and it would like either give a tone or a certain
Yeah, it
amount of
would be
time, and it would kind of slowly work its way up. But I don't remember that having a Star Trek component.
maybe I'm thinking of something. I remember there was a beep, and I would either have to change the page or the film strip would move. But I remember it, and I'm remembering. I think there was no Ryan in it. God, so long ago. It's like
I'm
40
checking
years
eBay.
ago.
Hang on.
Now there are
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
wasn't there like 4 or 5 of those?
You dumped out. We don't know what you said.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I
said
remember-
4 or 5.
I remember something about a give a show projector, but I never had one.
You know, I
Yeah,
think
the
we.
Okay, you guys.
Are you remembering to hold your push to talk key, Kevin?
Well, that too, but we also need to take a real quick break.
Yeah, I'm holding it down. I just didn't know if we were at the top of the hour and
Yeah,
needed to
we
dump
are.
out. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, we need to kind of restart our recordings to make sure that we don't lose anything, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned, everybody.
Music for the GNT show is provided by Five Year Mission, Enterprise Blues Band, Warp 11, Andrew Allen, and Grant Ford. The GNT show is a BLB production.
Almost there.
That's what she said.
You know, we're echoing, so I think Katie should start announcing NASCAR races next.
Oh, I found it. I'll put it in the chat room when we come back. First,
Yeah, let
Oh,
Steve do the
that's
intro.
right. We have an intro at each hour. I apologize.
GNT show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised. These are the voyages of the GNT show. Our continuing mission to explore Star Trek storytelling, to seek out new worlds,